I moved away and changed my number when I did it. I'd up the cut and you offered make me feel different. I know I'm weak.
When the announcement came, it struck like an unexpected thunderclap. After months of controversy swirling around innovative yet contentious tactics, World Rugby had made its ruling. Rassie Erasmus' tactical playbook, carefully engineered, ruthlessly planned, would be banned from the international game. It was the summer of 2025. Across stadiums and training grounds, whispers filled the air: he changed the game. Now the game is trying to change him. For decades, coaches had dreams of rewriting the rules, of leaving their mark on rugby's storied history. But few dared to do so audaciously, with such raw emotion and intellectual finesse, as Rassie. From his days as a player, through years in provincial rings, he was known for meticulous preparation, a forensic mind. Yet it was in his two World Cup campaigns, 2019 and 2023, that he burned brightest, leading South Africa to triumph not only with power and speed, but with cerebral guile. Rassie had unlocked loopholes in the law book. The so-called bomb squad substitution pattern, stacking the bench with 7 forwards and 1 back, ready to reshuffle the pack mid-game and erode opponents' momentum. The kickoff ploy in Canberra, having a teammate run ahead of the kicker so the ball fails to travel 10 meters and triggers an intentional scrum, an uncanny blend of legality and exploitation. A designed open-play maul using midfield lifting from a set-piece. A mini traffic light system on the sideline. He reintroduced it after being barred from sitting among the replacements, flashing messages to medical staff, players, coaches when direct communication was outlawed. All these moves were calculated, legal until they weren't, pushing boundaries that left traditionalists stunned and rivals scrambling. But when Italy filed an official complaint after the kickoff incident in July 2025, World Rugby finally drew its line in the sand. The governing body affirmed that any deliberate breach of kickoff laws aimed at causing a restart is now unsportsmanlike and punishable under Law 9.7 and 9.27. Simultaneously, coaches and directors like Rassie were formally banned from sitting among substitutes, and even the traffic light workaround was swept away under amended participation agreements. Across social media, pundits reacted with a mixture of relief and outrage. Some hailed the decision as a safeguard for fairness, arguing that Rassie's methods warped the spirit of the game. Others, fans, players, fellow tacticians, felt robbed. He brought innovation, they lamented. Now it's being erased. But for Rassie Erasmus, it would become the most defining moment of his legacy, a crucible that tested the essence of his philosophy. The scene shifts to Bloemfontein, South Africa. A quiet afternoon in the Free State, where Erasmus first cut his teeth as a coach in the smaller arenas. The old stadium where he years earlier first sketched out his traffic light idea, first experimented with scrum from mark tactics, first showed his uncanny capacity to see legal gaps no one else recognized. He had always been cerebral, sometimes cynical, but above all, passionate. Inside a modest meeting room, memories flicker, working late into night, poring over World Rugby's 500-page law book, spotting raw edges. He'd scribble notes, send ideas to assistants, record videos critiquing referees sometimes too plainly. He once recorded a 62-minute rant after a Lions test, sending it to officials and staff under the belief it would stay private. It didn't, and ultimately became the scandal that earned him a 2-month ban and condemnation from World Rugby as an attack on match officials. But he saw it as fairness. In the fallout, World Rugby forbade coaches from acting as waterboys, and forbade him from sitting in the players' bench. That forced him into sideline benches and sparked the return of the traffic light system. He found ways again to communicate without words. Each ban felt punitive. But to him, each was another layer of theater, another riddle to solve. Some days, that intellectual puzzle, it exhilarated him. Other days, it weighed heavy. Cut to the emotional heart, a Springbok dressing room, hours before a crucial game in 2025. The squad is tired, grueling tour schedule, injuries mounting, pressure mounting for continuity after their World Cup win in 2023. Everyone feels the throne of expectation. The coaches enter, Rassie, quiet, solemn, gathering the men. He begins by recounting his own journey, small-town son, father battling addiction, fighting to earn every selection, every cap, every coaching role. He speaks of failures, matches lost when his early tactics backfired, substitutions misfired, or he'd misread laws that he thought were open. He speaks of bans, how World Rugby punished him, how he almost became bitter. But instead, he learned discipline, respect. He learned humility but not to give up creativity. Then he looks at the young players, some uncapped, others gasping for their shot, and says softly, "They ban the tools, but they don't ban your minds. They take one chapter, they don't take your story." That resonated. You could feel the hush in the air. He urged them, the tactics are banned but the belief isn't. The spirit of finding possibility within constraints is now your banner. In his eyes, emotion and innovation were intertwined. Across weeks, debate blazed. Rugby boards worldwide met to discuss loopholes. Other nations had copied the bomb squad bench splits. France did it in 6 nations, prompting safety concerns. World Rugby launched medical reviews. But no evidence showed extra injury risk in 7-to-1 bench splits, so they didn't ban it. Yet they decided the pronouncements of intentional kickoff design and coach bench conduct were simply crossing lines. Thus, Rassie lost more than tactics.